Brilliance Audio presents 80-somethings, Transitions, Letting Go, and Unexpected Happiness by Katharine Esty, Ph.D., performed by Janet Metzger. Introduction. Each 10 years of a life has its own fortune, its own hopes, its own desires. Goethe. For many people in their 70s, life rolls along as it always has. They continue to play tennis and golf and trek in the Himalayas. They spend time at the gym and go south in the winter. They work at jobs and provide care to grandchildren. At my husband John's 75th birthday party, he told family and friends, "I feel like a young man who has a few little things wrong with him." At that point, he had arthritis, a sore hip, and some early signs of kidney problems. I, unlike him at 75, had no real health issues at all, and all the energy that I needed to keep doing what I wanted. But at 80, I began to feel quite different. I felt I had entered a strange and foreign country without a map or a guide. I had a moment while attempting to climb a mountain that made me realize I was old. Several of my good friends had died, and this was not only sad for me, but scary. I began to worry about my own health and even my mortality. Could I maintain my busy, frantic lifestyle? Was I doing too much and putting myself at risk? I wondered what life was really like for others in their 80s. Were there predictable patterns, shifts, and transitions? Or did everyone age in their own unique way? To learn more about being 80, I read a number of books about aging and adult development over the lifespan. I soon discovered it was not easy to tease out information just about people in their 80s. People 65 to 100 are usually lumped together. I realized that if I wanted to learn more about what it was like to be an 80-something, I would have to do some research of my own. I began by looking at my own family. Neither of my parents made it past age 71. The same for my grandfathers. Not much help there. But what about my grandmothers? My maternal grandmother, who died at 93, fell and broke her hip when she was 81, and she never walked after that. Although she remained cheerful, being old and bedridden, it looked like an awful way to live. My paternal grandmother, who lived to 88, had a happier story. She seemed to be enjoying her life and her garden to the end. However, I found her long conversations about her digestive system, genealogy, and family members I had never known incredibly boring. I knew she loved me, but she was a bit harsh about writing thank-you notes and table manners. I thought as a child, if that is what being in your 80s is like, I just do not want to grow old. I still felt that way years later when I myself was 80 and embarking on this project. Is that all there is to life when you are old? From my research, I soon learned that being in the 80s today is different from the past. First, because there are suddenly many more 80-somethings than ever before, almost 10 million in the United States alone. And second, due to modern medicine, many of them are living in relatively good health and without pain. This opened up possibilities for 80-somethings' lives that had not yet been explored. I wanted to find out about them. I decided to interview people in their 80s living in all kinds of circumstances. Over the next 3 years, I spoke with 128 80-somethings, as well as 26 adult children of 80-somethings. The people in their 80s that I spoke with were diverse by gender, class, race, ethnicity, level of disability, economic level, and sexual orientation. They lived alone, with spouses, and with children, in their own homes, in retirement communities, and in nursing homes. About half of my interviews were in person and the other half by phone, enabling me to talk with people in every region of the country.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?